Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie about the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV spots, which really didn't show anything new except for Splinter.
I didn't think they were going to move forward with the project without Splinter, but holy shit, would have fanboys been like bitch slapping people's mothers if that didn't happen. I mean, all I can say is with Splinter being in it, it's like cowabunga.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie.
I'm glad he's in it. I mean, he had that whole Fu Manchu. I mean, you only got to see like the back, part of him. So I mean, you just see his head, but you can see his Fu Man. It's Splinter. I mean,
I don't know if it'll feel the same without him being like the nasty, grody puppet Splinter. You know?
I think he's still gonna be grody. He's a rat. Dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna embrace it because I want it to be good. Even though I have really, everybody has big reserves that it's me. You know, Michael Bay fucked up your childhood. That whole line.
He didn't fuck up my childhood. I didn't know him back then.
But it's there's a lot wrong with it. It's a little bit too CGI'd. But I'm gonna reserve judgment. I think the main thing that the movie has to have is the comedy. Man. If they don't get that right, it's fucked.
Well, the turtles are all CGI'd, so I mean, then they looked fine in the trailer. They didn't look anything different. I mean, I know I like to see the practical special effects with the animatronics. I thought there was nothing wrong with the Muppets necessarily, and their mouths moved a little weird, but still, I mean, the CGI is not that bad if they can use it effectively, and I think that Splinter's going to be fine. I mean, you look at the turtles; they looked okay in the trailer. I think they're going to be all right with Splinter. He's a rat, so he's not going to be like fucking clean. He's not a gerbil or anything.
I hope so. I really
Gerbil's
hope so.
clean. I guess Gerbil's.
I don't love what Splinter looks like. I don't love what the turtles look like, but it could still make.
I don't really mind them. I mean, it's like at least you get the mouth movements right, and they're not so weird. Like I said, I did like the Muppets, but at the same time, it's fucking 2014. I mean, we got to move away from some practical effects sometimes.
This is very true. So I mean, Splinter, it's not like it's just like the trailer. Like they're not showing enough to be like this is gonna suck or this is gonna be awesome. It's just like they're not fucking up too much.
I'm holding out hope for Casey Jones. I really hope he makes an appearance there.
Death comes for us all, Rose.
Yeah, it does. When you die, you'll die without honor. So that's just the way it is.
And then get that tip. And then more Michael Bay news. And this one, I don't know. I
like gold.
I know.
He's like the guy for Austin Powers.
But yeah, Michael Bay is rebooting Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th again. It's going to be a reboot of a reboot. Okay.
Cue in the normal, all we do is make reboots, there's no remakes, there's nothing original, we're used to this now, we know it fucking sucks, and the Friday the 13th, the remake of what Michael Bay did, it had some cool stuff to it, but it was still shit.
Well, I will say the Jason in that was badass. I thought the Jason they cast for Friday the 13th reboot was fucking amazing. Like, a big-ass dude with a machete hunting people down in the forest. I mean, he was just like a guy that you don't mess with. I like
But can they actually take Friday the 13th and make Jason scary again?
You know what? It depends. If they do Friday the 13th, obviously when you think of Friday the 13th, you're going to think of Jason Voorhees. But the first Friday the 13th had his mother in it. So, that was the whole thing. I mean, Friday the 13th, the original, was an awesome movie. I mean, it really was. But if this reboot is going to focus a lot more on the mother of Jason, or is Jason going to make an earlier appearance and have the mother in it early on, but she's going to die, and then all of a sudden Jason comes alive? I don't know. I mean,
and then the classic story is everybody knows Michael Bay walked out of the screening for the movie he produced, the original Friday the 13th, because there was too many boobs in it. Remember the dude? He's like, "Your tits are so juicy, dude." There was that whole line, and he walked out of that. He hated it so much.
Michael Bay, I seriously like Michael Bay. Michael Bay sexifies every bitch that's ever been in his movie. Like, look at Megan Fox with her little freaking short shorts. You can see my camel toe, and then he's like, "There's too many tits. Fuck it." It's like, I was like, dude, Michael Bay, seriously, like, let's get over it. I mean, it's a Friday the 13th movie. It's a horror movie that's based on tits and ass and killing. That's what it is.
Call me crazy. I don't hate this news that bad. I don't hate it.
I don't either.
We're going to get another Friday the 13th movie, and let's be honest, the movies that are in that franchise, I mean, you really can't fuck it up worse than people have done before, including Michael Bay. But what about this, though? What do you think about this?
What?
The guy they're getting to direct it is a guy that did one of the shorts from VHS, but he did the awesome short from VHS with the crazy vampire bitch. Motherfucker passed out watching that.
I fainted. I really did faint. I went to I saw that scene when the bitch turns like, "I like you." And I don't know if it was the beer or if it's not, like I hadn't got enough sleep, and I went to the restroom to pee, and then I was sitting in the doorway, and I was like, "Oh." I fucking like passed out. Or I fainted. Like, I sort of fainted. I was like, "Hey, I've just fainted from a movie."
I think it's the thought of that scary, "I like you."
You know what? It depends.
vampire chick going
She was
down.
scary.
She could bite it off at any moment.
And then
what do you do?
Not to mention the fact that he had like a fucking fracture on his arm and his bone was sticking out and he was like crying and I'm like, oh my god, I know your wiener's getting sucked, but you know what? My arm is fucked up and this bitch is a vampire. I'm scared.
Pop quiz hot shot. What do you do?
I run away and hope to God I don't die before I get over to the hospital. But you know the thing is, I just like. I don't know, that director, he's got some moves. He knows how to make some shit scary. So I'm almost wondering if, you know, if you look at the VHS, that one, I think it was called Amateur Day, the short story in that movie. I think if he uses maybe elements of found footage with like actual cinematography and actual movie production, like movie shots, it could be a really good, interesting
rumored that
blend.
it could be a found footage film.
Not like, I don't want the whole thing to be found footage. I'm just saying using it and blending it with the whole like cinematography and the regular movie shot with found footage kind of stuff.
That's the thing about Michael Bay. He just takes everything that all movie fans bitch about and hate, and he owns it. He's like, you hate found footage? I'm gonna hate fucking found footage. You hate reboots? I'm gonna reboot it. You hate me bringing out people that you loved from your past? I'm gonna do it again.
You hate the fact that my name is Michael Bay? My name is Michael Bay.
But at the same time, there's that little hope in you that's gonna be like, it could fucking work. If they made, just imagine, I know everybody fucking hates it, but if they did make a Jason Voorhees movie, found footage, and it was scary as fuck, and it made him like gnarly again, you know, like a badass. How badass would that be? You know.
Well, the thing is, I think that when you look at Friday the 13th overall, it's really hard to make a successful series out of it because really, if you look, I loved all the Friday the 13th movie. I thought they were all cool as fuck in their own way, but they all actually were the same story. They really were the same story. You use Jason Voorhees, he comes back to life, he kills his bitches, it's got telekinesis, he kills these people on a boat, he knocks somebody's head off in the New York City, or in the Bronx. I mean, it's like you can't do much with the series. I mean, it's like he's in the woods, he's a killer. His mother got pissed and killed a bunch of people first, and now he comes back to life. Like, what more can you do? Like, it's like in Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween, you can kind of do some kind of series with that. But with Friday the 13th, he's just a guy in a hockey mask that comes back out of the lake to fuck some shit up and usually kill counselors with big, huge boobs.
Yeah, and the thing about it is normally you're scared, oh, they're going to ruin the sanctity of this or whatever. Let's be honest, you can't ruin Friday the 13th more than it's been ruined. Like, think about the shitty-ass movies that have come out of that series.
Oh, I know.
As much as we even love the shitty ones, there's really nothing to ruin there, so there's really no harm done.
Jason Goes to Hell. I mean, seriously. I mean, you got him in like 2 scenes.
Yeah.
And then everybody else was eating hearts and shit.
Chances are it's not going to be the worst Friday the 13th movie you've seen, so that's that news. I'm okay with it because there's that small glimmer of hope that we all keep in the middle of our butt cracks that maybe this is going to be
I don't keep it in my butt crack.
Yeah,
I keep it in my heart. You might keep it in your butt crack.
It's right in your butt crack.
I'm sorry it's in there for you. You got to dig that out one day.
What do you think about Michael Bay fucking doing everything that everybody doesn't want him to do? Do you think that the Friday the 13th thing's a good idea? Do you think that Splinter looks cool?
Do you think that it's like double pumping with Friday the 13th? Like Michael Bay's like, hey, you know what? I want to make a horror. I want to have a horror franchise under my belt, and I'm just going to double pump this and get herpes from it, and I'm just going to keep doing it until something happens.
I think he's just like, you like that? You hate that? Yeah!
It's almost
I fucking love it!
But Michael Bay is really like being that guy. Like he's with Waldo now. He's like in everything that you touch. He's like he's in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's here, and he's like the mad scientist probably in some way or another behind X-Men. I know he's not, but you know, it'd be funny if he's like, yeah, we consulted Michael Bay. It's like, what? It's like,
what do the people love in chairs?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, do you think that he's like double pumping it? Do you like, you know, hey, I just want to keep doing this until I get it right? Or do you think he's like, hey, you know, there's a lot of Friday the 13th cult fans out there. I just want to make a quick $1. I don't give a shit if the movie's good
Let
or
me
not.
say this. If I had as much clout as he did, and I get hated for this, but if I had much clout and standard, I could basically pick and choose and do most of what I wanted to. If I was Michael Bay, me being the fanboy that I am, I would want to make a Jason movie.
If you were
I would want to make a Turtle movie. If I felt I could do it right.
But do you think he's actually a fan of Friday the 13th?
I don't know.
Or do you think he's just like, hey, it's going to make me money because there's a cult following for it?
That could be the problem, and that probably very well is the problem. But we'll see. Maybe that director showed he's got all.
But you know, I'm tired. I'm not going to beat up Michael Bay constantly. I mean, he's the producer behind it, and he did do right. I mean, he got the director. That like to me, that would be like there's other directors that obviously could do a really good job.
But that's a good choice.
But yeah, as far as directors go,
it's not official yet, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's a huge name, and what he did with VHS, I think that's a good step. That's a good step in the right direction for Michael Bay. So I'm not gonna always hate on it. You know what they did with Transformers? Fuck! It's like they don't do that really. They don't really turn into that. And they turned into that. Oh my god, my life is such a. You know, they just get so.
Let's just say this: at least he can't get his hand on any superheroes because then that would be me and you.
Oh yeah, I'd try. I'd fucking be like, oh,
Michael Bay. fuck? So yeah,
I
so
crack
that's
a fucking bottle in my head. What's going on?
So that's the movie news, guys. That's your question today. Comment below, let us know. Remember to like us on Facebook and find us on Twitter in the links below to get shit you can't get here. Also, put any question you want to ask us about anything in the world below. We'll answer in a live questions and answers video next week. And as always, we love your butts, and we'll see you guys next time.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.